All right, good evening. We're going to get right into it tonight. It is the January the 8th, 2021, and we're still recovering from the riots in DC as the Trump protesters nearly created a treason that we haven't seen since 1812 when the British burned the Capitol, the White House. So we're recovering from this madness of a president who is basically disobeying the United States Constitution. That being said, there is a power beyond the US system, which is the gold standard gold, silver, platinum, palladium. It's been around since the beginning of time and it is real and it's limited quantity. It seems as if the universe has decided that that is where money and power reside and not in a simple body of elected officials who the issue is they're just elected for a few years or 4 years or 2 years or 6 years, and so their interests are to do what they can during that time. The problem is that they don't care about the long term interests of the country, so they're willing to pay and borrow and borrow and borrow to meet immediate needs while there's a much larger issue. Let's go right now. First, we're going to show you Maryland Metal. That's our website. About us, new coins, rare coins. We're going to go right into the United States debt clock. This is very important. At this point, we're sitting on $27.7 trillion in debt. The United States is in a deep hole. And the country's hegemony, its leadership in the world is going to fall because of the debt. Per citizen, $83,000, but that's not the real story. The real problem is the unfunded liabilities. We owe look at that, 84 trillion dollars in unfunded liabilities. That's going to Social Security that we owe to old people when they retire. We have to pay their retirement, as well as Medicare, Medicaid. Into the future, we have promises that we have to keep. So we're nearly $100 trillion of liabilities. At the same time, we're only taking in revenues but we're spending 6.6 trillion. So the United States is in trouble. That's the bottom line here. At the same time, if you really look at it, the amount of paper U.S. dollars we have in circulation versus, or at least digital dollars to silver is 187 to 1. And gold, 33,000 gold ratio to the dollar. So the gold and silver have a lot of room to grow. Now tonight we're going to review a few rare coins since we believe that investing in gold and silver is a great way to preserve your wealth and to bypass this whole paper money fiasco whereby you're actually just buying into debt of a country that's in more and more debt, bonds, even the stock market. We'll talk about it in another series. We're going to go back to 1825. 1825 in France. So we have here's a 20 franc piece from France in AU 55. Pretty good condition, about uncirculated. And as you can see from the rear, it has the classic obverse, and this is the reverse. Classic 20 franc piece. NGC graded shows us that this coin has 0.1867 ounces of fine gold. It's 90% pure, so the actual gold content today is in the high threes. But here's the thing. As you can see here, 1825, they've graded this in MS60 as $1,800. So this coin is rare. I mean, think about it, 1820s to have a coin in that type of condition. We've listed it on our site here on our eBay store for $750. And so that's a steal again. That's a great way to hold very rare gold. Think about how many people use this coin from the 1800s in France all the way till it got here in the United States. So that's a great one. Next, we're going to move up to 1912, the United States. This is a quarter eagle. Remember, the eagle is $10, which was actually a $10 bill. Just imagine. Today, that's worth nearly $900. This is a quarter eagle, $2.50. This was $2.50 today. Because gold is such a great investment, you're looking at just the melt value alone of $224, but this was a limited mintage in Philadelphia. Let's look at the reverse. Again, what's neat about this coin is it's actually enclosed, which means the mint made it inside. Instead of going on top of the gold sticking out of the coin, it's actually imprinted inside the coin. So you have the eagle, you have the Native Americans. There's some respect for the Native Americans who were here way before all of the white people and Europeans. And this is in about uncirculated, details clean. So it was cleaned, which is not a big deal. It's a gold coin, and it's about uncirculated. So we're looking here at value. Well, we have it listed. Let's go right to our site at 440 because we believe the rarity and the uniqueness of the year gives it that value. Next, we're going to go to 1945 in Mexico, a 2 pesos gold coin, kind of a smaller one. This is in great conditions. Mint state 66, almost impossible to find such a well minted. That's basically never used. Probably just came right out of the mint, someone's house in Mexico, and then we got it here. It has the Mexican coat of arms. Hard to see there. And then in the rear it says 2 pesos, 2 pesos. NGC graded MS66. Now, if you look at the grade that has just the gold value alone, is 0.0603 ounces of gold, is a 111, but obviously with the 2 pesos, now this was a restrike. So in 1948, between 1951 and 1972, a total of 5 million pieces were restruck. They were dated 1945. They kind of play this game. The mints, they'll date it one date, but it's actually minted later. So quite a few. However, here it says it's worth over $1,400. We have it listed incredibly low for $175. So it's a great way to get small gold. From there, we're going to move on to something more modern, unique, which is a 2012 Chinese Panda Silver, which is a 1 ounce. They used to have 30 grams. This is 1 ounce, 10 yuan. But it says here that it was an early release in mint state 69. So nearly perfect, never touched, went right from the mint into this case. Protects it, guarantees its authenticity. And it's an early release. So that means it was one of the first minted from China in the year 2012. It's got the panda with the child panda. In the rear, you can see the Chinese seat of authority here, and it's from 2012. We have that listed on our site as momentarily. Let me see here. For $50, you can make an offer. Remember, the Chinese Panda gold and silver sell at an extreme premium, so that's a great way to get silver. People love that stuff. And then you're free to make offers both on our site directly or through eBay. And that's about it. We'll continue the series as the debt clock continues to rise exponentially, dramatically. We're just watching the numbers. Since we started this video itself, the United States debt has risen nearly millions and millions of dollars. So that means that our value of our dollar is less. That means that the United States is in a hole and owes other countries money, and it's unsustainable. That means that other countries are going to back up, remove themselves from owning all of this United States debt through treasuries, China, Russia, etc. And they're going to continue to buy gold. As we know, Russia and China are stockpiling gold. Turkey has gold. A lot of other countries, in order to move themselves away from the United States dollar and build their own currency. Other countries need to think about this idea. Israel has no gold. Other countries that don't have gold need to back up their currency. We'll talk about how cryptocurrencies get involved, but the bottom line is cryptocurrencies are just codes. They have no intrinsic value. Anyway, wish you good night. Welcome to visit our website at marylandmelon.us, as well as call us 301-284-0531 for advice or to make orders directly. We have some of the best prices in the internet. Thank you.